You will think, oh, that's just a plugin, but this plugin is part of something bigger. It is part of how trustful my work actually is. So I want to talk a little bit about my own work today because recently I've started to advance a lot on how I operate daily, and mainly because I'm using AI to help me. And let's talk about the way we measure tasks. Like a small task, we usually measure it as having small value, but that is a trap because the objective view, seeing this just as a routine, makes it invisible when it works. So, for example, I do maintenance work for WordPress websites for clients that will not migrate their websites. They still will use WordPress. And tasks like these are judged by size and not by the weight they have. So I created a plugin that basically, when a file changes, the plugin acts as a watcher and it emits an alert to me. And this happens, I created this because WordPress websites are usually unmaintained and they have a lot of uh, gaps when I start working with clients, so some malware will follow them. And still without gaps, sometimes my clients or admin users have their passwords leaked and I have to fix everything. So I created one plugin that is always watching my client's website, and what it actually holds is not just an alert when when a malware changes a file in the website. It is actually building a trust that is a chain, because the plugin is able to create trust in my work, because with this it helps me to maintain his site, my client's website, always up, and so his business, and this will have impact on his clients. So i I always try to see the whole chain. Even small technical boring routine tasks are important to have impact in delivering value to the client. So I am a service provider. I provide service as a freelancer to businesses, but I will have value delivered to the clients of the business I work with. And the business I work with is my client, but I try to look at the whole chain, because that's how my work will be perceived as more valuable. So his business, my client's business, is his way of serving. So this is his meaning. It is part of his own mission, and not just his revenue. So my small task is something that holds that up. And that's how I try to think about work, and how I try to think about the importance of even these small boring tasks, even like a small DNS lookup, a small routine task, a small document saying to my client what is happening with his website. And all of this holds up and builds the trust of my client, that my client has with my work. So yesterday it happened because yesterday a client's website got a malware, and it took 2 hours from the break-in to be contained on a live client site. And noticing fast is the whole job. And yesterday I learned a lesson. I was working with a website that had not email working really well. The email port was being blocked by the server. I know that this is technical talk, but for you guys to understand, I was not able to receive the alerts as I used it to. So I did not notice it that fast. So after that, I I tried to actually fix everything, and now I'm able to take a new step, because every step matters when you see the whole. So trust is built where nobody looks. and you need to take small tasks seriously, and with that the work will feel a lot different. So when you are working like me, I will take this example from my own work, but it is never just a plugin, it's never just a small task, it's never just a card, a sprint story. It is actually trust that lives in the part nobody sees. And it's when I remember this phrase from a college professor that I had, that it's it's when you are doing your work without anyone looking at you, or anyone noticing what you are doing, that you actually will prove your value, will prove how professional you are. And I think that's a really important idea. So for the ones that stayed until the end of the video, I have to admit that until like last year, I didn't think about my own work like this. So I had two old friendships that were worn down by my deliveries because I did not work properly with them, and they are good people. It was actually me failing to deliver things on time. So I am trying to rebuild now. I'm trying to be a lot more professional at every project. And with this, I even feel more happy with my own work, with my own progress. And that's it for today. I see you guys in the next video.